The final battle of the year between first-year Chet Holmgren and 15th-year Steph Curry was ultimately lost at the hands of Draymond Green, but it was the world-class shot-making from these two teams that would set the stage for Draymond's inexcusable blunder. If you end up enjoying this video, please subscribe. It's free and you can always change your mind. Most people, if asked, would say that between Golden State and Oklahoma City, the Warriors are the better shooting team, but in actuality, the Thunder are. As a team, the Thunder are shooting 40% from three-point range, with their rookie Cason Wallace leading the way, shooting 52% from deep. OKC's favorite three-point shot to take is this one. Here, Shai brings up the ball past half court, but before Isaiah Joe can even come up to set the ball screen, Shai explodes past Kuminga before cutting off his angle on the drive. This forces Draymond to collapse to deter the drive, and once the final advantage has been created, Shai kicks it out to Holmgren, who splashes the gorgeous three. The reason why the Thunder like the left corner three so much is because as a team, they are collectively shooting 48.1% from that exact spot. That is an absolutely unreal percentage to shoot as a team. But on this night, the basketball gods were actually in favor of the Warriors, because in this game, the Thunder, who are the best three-point shooting team in the league, actually shot just 17% from distance. They took 29 threes, but only made 5 of them. Talk about shooting variance. The Warriors, on the other hand, were hot from three, where they knocked down 19 of their 48 attempts, a sum accuracy of 40% as a team. With a discrepancy this grand, the game was bound to be an easy blowout for the Warriors, except that it wasn't. It ended up going down to the wire, and here is why. In early offense, the Thunder forced the Warriors to switch on the pick and roll, and once Shai has Steph isolated on the left wing, he takes him into the mid-post. However, once he sees Looney uncommitted to the double, Shai spins to punch the gap along the baseline, and from there, it's a simple bump to shed Curry before pulling up for the wide-open jumper.
Shai's got Steph on a switch. Looney's there to help. The mid-range is good anyway.
Outside of maybe Andrew Wiggins, the Warriors are as helpless as fish out of water when trying to contain Shai's dribble drive threat. Coming out of a soft double from Wiggins, Shai attacks left on Curry and then uses his momentum against him by spinning middle. Clay, who is responsible for the backside help, doesn't even try to offer assistance. And Shai thanks the Warriors' defense for the easy food. It's like taking candy from a baby. SGA really likes to penetrate into the middle of the floor and then either hit acrobatic layups, floaters, or find shooters on the perimeter. While the Thunder were struggling from three, the Warriors couldn't stop them from getting into the paint. OKC had 78 points in that zone, which was 28 points more than Golden State had. The Warriors' defensive struggles have been a season-long saga. The aging core is showing its cracks, and their defense has now fallen below league average. Offensively, they are a bit better, and that's primarily due to their lasting ability to create good shots on offense. Here's what I mean. When Clay enters the ball into Draymond, he then sets the flare screen for Steph, who draws 2 OKC defenders before pitching it back to Clay. Chet gets ready to challenge, so Clay fakes to lift him for the flyby before sidestepping for the wide-open three.
Pull him, Clay. Sidestep, reload three. He got it!
Of all the NBA teams that utilize off-ball screens to generate their offense, the Warriors are still in the 97th percentile. 75% of their jumpers are long threes, and they are #1 in the league in terms of screen assists per game. That is the bulk of their offense. Off-ball screens combined with genius cutting actions. Here's what those cuts usually look like. Draymond gets the ball at the top of the key. Steph fakes the pin down and then cuts into the paint. From there, the Warriors fake a dribble handoff, but when Lou Dort overcommits, Clay backdoors him as Draymond delivers the bounce pass for the easy layup at the rim.
Thunder making their push here in the second. Clay cutting back door. Clay laying it in.
But make no mistake about it though, this young Thunder team is no slouch on defense. Young as they are a top 6 defensive team in the league. They are disruptive and like to make life difficult for their opponents. And on this night, their prey is the old and ancient Warriors, whose dynasty may be on its last legs. In the heat of the action, the Thunder swarm Steph on the double. The calculated gamble pays off as Shai is able to steal the ball before gracefully gliding down down the court for an effortless layup. OKC is 4th in the league in steals, averaging 8.7 steals per game. But in this game, they had 19 steals as part of the Warriors' 29 turnovers. However, in the fourth quarter, we would be treated to a battle of the stars between Steph and SGA. With his team down 4 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds in the game, Draymond sets the ball screen and then slips to force the switch. From there, Steph uses the float dribble to shift his defender before crossing over and punching the infamous gap. And, ever the magician, he finishes with a dazzling layup among the trees.
The fouls that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has got, it's an amazing move. He yanked
He's fouled
Aaron Wiggins,
right there.
and that's a foul. Dort came in to help.
That's not even close.
With OKC down 2 with only 44 seconds left in the game, Shai gets the ball at the top of the key. But when Kuminga tries to force him left, Shai accepts the offer and then stops on a dime before fading over him for the mid-range 2. He who they call Gilgeous-Alexander is incredible. Now the game is tied, so Steph comes off the flare screen and gets the ball on the right wing. With Lou Dort pressuring hard, Steph drives left before stepping back for the clutch 3 to put his team up in the game.
Pocket 5. Steph on a step back 3. Good! Oh, he's unreal!
The meanest step back in the game.
Killer instinct, ice in his veins, Steph Curry. But now the game is the Warriors to lose. All they need to do is not foul. But when Shai goes to get the ball, Jalen Williams skips it to Chet, who secures the pass over Draymond. And what does Draymond do? The one thing that you absolutely cannot do in this situation. He fouls the three-point shooter. On the season, Chet Holmgren has been the Thunder's X factor, and with his team down 3, he goes to the free throw line. Under these circumstances, the free throw line is undeniably the loneliest place in the world. All the weight of the world is on him. But instead of buckling under the pressure of the moment, he sinks the first one, then the second one, then finally the third one to tie the game. Early sightings of the clutch gene in the rookie. Ultimately, this is where the Warriors lost the game. Draymond is far too smart, far too experienced of a player to have made this mistake. And despite Steph's attempts at more heroics, the game would go to overtime, where Chet would hit another dagger to help put the Warriors away and win the season series 3-1.
Out on his feet, Shai, why not go left yet again? Outside Holmgren, there it is from deep.
If you like this video, please subscribe. It's free and you can always change your mind. Anyways, wherever you are in the world, be the GOAT of that moment. Stay GOATed.
But the key is not to go for the steal.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You gamble there.